In the 1920s, radios and movies impacted people because many people imagined an enlightened America, being exposed to great ideas and culture from the radio. But instead, the radio helped spread jazz and big band music. It also helped break racial barriers. News could be broadcasted instantly. You could listen to popular music, radio dramas, and comedy shows. No other appliance had a more revolutionary impact than the radio. The sales of the radio soared from 60 million in 1922 to 426 million in 1929. The first commercial radio station began broadcasting in 1919, and during the 1920s, the nation's airwaves were filled with musical variety shows and comedies. Radios drew the nation together by bringing news, entertainment, and advertisements to more than 10 million households in 1929. Movie attendance soared from 50 million a week in 1920 to 90 million a week in 1929. According to one estimate, Americans spent 83 cents of every entertainment dollar going to the movies, and 3/4 of the population went to the movies every week. In cinema's earliest days, the film industry was based in the nation's theatrical center in New York. By the 1920s, the industry relocated to Hollywood, drawn by its cheap land and labor, the varied scenery that was readily available, and a suitable climate ideal for year-round filming. Each year, Hollywood released nearly 700 movies, dominating worldwide film production. By the early 1920s, many American towns had a movie theater, and many Americans went to see movies at least once a week. The popularity of the movies soared as films increasingly featured glamour, sophistication, and sex appeal. Like radio, movies created a new popular culture with common speech, just behavior, and heroes. Radios and movies helped people understand the full dimensions of fame and celebrity. It gave more choices for people to entertain themselves, and it also brought culture of the city out to people in the country. It also opened up a new category of employment in the areas of broadcasting technology, including engineering, sound, and optics, and it started a new revolution in which companies reached their potential customers through the first practices of commercials. People realized for the time that information could travel around the world in a matter of seconds and minutes as opposed to hours and days previously. Radio and movie also decimated racial and cultural problems and stereotypes. There was a radio show that was very popular called Amos and Andy. It first aired in 1926 on Chicago's WMAQ. It spread various racial stereotypes into homes whose white occupants knew little about African Americans. At this point in time, radio had an immense impact on the mass culture because it could get to the people more quickly than any other form, although watching movies became a great leisure activity and gave people the opportunity to entertain themselves.